Again, if you're seeing this on YouTube, that should mean I PB'd. Hopefully, it's a world record. We'll see in 3 hours, 30 minutes time. But yeah, let's try. I have not had any. I haven't played this game since my last run, so I could be really stupid. But let's go. So I think as long as I'm clean with everything, I should be fine. We'll have to see what happens. Yes. Why is it okay? Give me a sec. This is annoying me. There you go. Fix that. Audio 50%. That. Everything looks good. Alright, here we go. Here we go again. Everything should be looking correct. I mean, okay. Hey, I just realized I forgot to set this up. Okay. Apologies, VOD viewers. Let me fix this quickly. Because, you know, it's about the details of the stream. Ta-da! The music label thing is on the top right now. Okay. Here we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I really wish that was a purple. Funny that was a split. Let's go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, I was quickly just watching the new any percent, and I completely didn't think about using jump storage on the conference and the meeting room stairs.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun.
Ending.
You didn't think I was
Hello,
actually just
Joshua.
recording, did you? What a
It just
silly
says
time
ending on my side, but hello, welcome.
All the back and forth between you
Hopefully,
and
I don't mess this up.
adventures we've been through, and it
That was
all
completely
allowed
by
us to
accident.
take you
Okay.
home. It was all
Understandable.
just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each
So why is
and
my-
every time you watch a movie where it turns
That's
out
annoying.
all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely
The chat on my phone is
out in
faster than the
pure
chat
shock
on my
of
OBS.
an intricate story.
Whatever, that's
It
fine.
must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
We fixed that, but I'm lazy. Okay, flashing lights warning.
All of his co-workers were gone.
No. God damn it.
All of his co-workers were gone. But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
No, it's
What if he
okay.
had to make a decision? What if a
That was
crucial
at 2
outcome
minutes,
fell under his
so I'll
responsibility?
jump at
He
like
had never been trained for that.
250, I guess.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it.
I mean, that was a purple
Perhaps
that was
he
a
wanted
purple
to stop
split.
by the employee
I
lounge
improved
first,
by
just to admire
less than 1/10 of a second. Let's go.
Yes.
Speed.
this room.
Look at this crazy
Eager to
speed
get
run.
Back to business.
Absolutely
Stanley took the
insane.
First open door on his left.
Wilding moment.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
Okay, so
ago.
after 50 seconds I should jump. Yeah, your message. Okay, I should look at my phone chat. Your message about completely by accident just appeared on my laptop, on my OBS. That's great. I gotta fix that, because
Stanley
that's
had
annoying
never
me.
seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a
I
sign
go
of
for
something?
alternates again.
He
I
hoped it
mean,
was. He hoped very much.
go it. Let's do it, dude. Why not?
Oh.
I really do. I think sub 3 hours is possible. Or at least, well, actually, I say that I don't think it's possible. I think, yeah, definitely like mid 310s, maybe. Actually, I mean, I don't know how much. I haven't been paying attention to all the in-level runs, but I don't know how drastically difficult, how drastically different it is with jump storage. I didn't even do the whole thing in Stanley Parable 2. Oh. Yeah, I met in my PB I messed up because I didn't realize when the hole is just like 5 centimeters above, like under the ground. I didn't realize you have to try to teleport back to the top to progress that ending. So I sat there for a minute until I realized why am I not moving?
See what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe
Okay.
content.
Just fix this. Refresh.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet,
That should
but I'm
fix it.
sure it's
There you
just the
go.
beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
That should be in sync now.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's
Jump out of the hole at the hiding get both and the bucket thing. You can jump out of the hole at that height and get both the collectible and bucket while waiting for the perspective button to show up. Really?
Mostly tedious. It's as if the...
Ooh, I gotta practice that then.
Let's see the content. Give me the content.
I mean, it makes sense. You should be able to do it because you have jump storage, but I
Alright.
didn't think that it would
Alright,
progress
let's see.
stuff.
The jump circle? Is that it?
Okay.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be
Interesting.
something else. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game
yeah.
are not positive. It's just
I mean, what I'm gonna do in this run, I'm gonna try that,
This is what passes for exciting
I forgot who found it. Oh my god, I forgot his
I
name.
could just read you the whole
Where you go
20 hours
leading
of
up
new
to the
content
theater
right there.
area in the
I could
exhibits,
counter 30
in
trillion.
the exhibition hall.
Put that on the
You go
box.
past
The
that
Stanley
barrier
Parable
just to
Ultra
trigger the
Deluxe.
voice line, and then you go
There's
back.
1,000 hours of
Look
new
at it early.
content. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I collect the bucket first, and then I do
I knew there had to be something
hole.
else. Let's see it. I'm
Like
ready
that's
for
the
what
route
you
I take. I don't know if it's any faster, but it just felt natural to like go get bucket first before doing hole and
Video
collectible.
game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason
Click the
other
button as
than
it's
to make it
falling
easy.
down. I don't know how to do that.
Don't get me started on the level of
I didn't know you can. I didn't know you can do that. I haven't tried. Like I was just waiting for the dialogue to end, and then that barrier comes down. That's what I was waiting for. So I don't know.
I
didn't realize you can collect it earlier.
I intend to find these people on Twitter and hope
I mean, I'll try. I have jump storage. I'll try it.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much
If it's,
anticipation around
I'll
the
definitely.
content
I'll probably skip
Because
like
never have
the
you
rest of
had
his
such
dialogue, right?
expectations.
Jump his coffee machine.
Your
Yeah, the
story
coffee machine, right? That,
reset the game, and we'll try to get
That's a
back
good
to
point. I
what
should try that.
the Parable is really about.
Fucking this.
No
If this works out, this will be a guaranteed PB because my PB was terrible.
What do you say, friend?
Also, could be gold. Then the whole thing. Oh, that could be insane.
Stanley,
The whole thing,
come
I'm
over here.
a bit hesitant if I'm honest,
I want
but
to show
let's
you
try.
something.
I have, realistically speaking, I have like 7 or 8 minutes of time
Okay,
saved
you
because
remember how
I was
cheap and
stupid last
unsatisfying
time.
new Ultra Deluxe content
So I might as well try.
turned out to
I
be
might as well try and see if I can get it to work.
past, and
With
how much
zero
better the
practice.
Stanley Parable used to be. So I
Put it
made
in normal
something
pace.
special
Yeah,
and
maybe.
tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
I mean, my first one was
Just our
pretty.
little secret.
Can't get fiddly stuff like yeah.
I call it the memory zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable? And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism.
I want to try the improved Out of Bounds here.
Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "We're so many games."
Especially the second one where you go along the top of the wall onto that storage. Not storage crate. What is it called?
Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game.
God, my brain's blanking out.
All-encompassing.
It's been a slow day. My brain isn't working. What are they called?
It was Skyrim.
The storage.
It was all of them. And now,
so the stairs thing for obsolete. Oh yeah, it is actually obsolete, right?
It's just a husk now.
Well, I guess that's a any percent strat then. You can't. It's kind of. I forgot to press W. It's kind of useless outside of any percent.
Here's another moving passage. This time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable.
Yay, let's go! Useless strats. Or strats only be used for one category. Let's go.
Choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't
okay, let's hope I don't mess this up.
Have it all over again.
I feel like you can. Yeah, I had to try, but I feel like they might be able to AMK and stuff in this. Oh yeah, you can, yeah. You can't skip any of that, can you? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There you go. Whatever, it's fine. Fuck it, I messed it up.
Unfunny, with his humor
Rip.
and dialogue proving to be more
I was gonna recommend this.
entertaining. Funny. Funny.
Welcome, 11 years, how are you?
I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered.
Do you actually need to interact with the Bucket Destroyer to progress it? I'd like to just. I remember in my casual playthrough, I didn't interact with the Destroyer, and it still did the ending, so I don't know.
For someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley?
Hey.
I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as rather tense to begin with. You can't know how much.
Yeah, I feel, yeah.
You need
to be near it so like it can tell you're there, I guess.
But maybe it wasn't.
Well,
Yeah.
right, that's the timing. Well, there you go, that's time safe. That made up for the mistake in the first area.
You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
A skip button? It's lost like a minute.
Well,
okay.
Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip.
I mean, just, yeah.
Just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
That and like countdown, silly birds, bird watching. There's a lot of endings where you can just AFK and just, you know, rest or whatever.
And here it is. Oh, you're back, you see.
I
You
won't
were
do too
only
much.
frozen in
Yeah.
time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of
I
time
got
to
in my
leave it
PB. I got
there.
lost in the museum, because it has been 8 years since I last played that ending, so I couldn't remember where the exit was, and then I realized after wandering around the whole museum for 2 minutes, I walked past the ending. I walked past the exit the first time, despite it having a massive green neon sign that says exit. I did not see it, so I wasted 2 minutes wandering around getting lost.
Stanley, please
I can't wait for my splits to see how much time I save when I know where I'm going.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about...
Have you ever seen the content? Yeah, I've seen the. I've seen. Wait, the Zending skip. Oh, I thought you meant just the Zending. The Zending skip. There's a skip for Zending. I have not seen the skip for Zending. I didn't know there was a skip for Zending. I must have missed it. What do you do?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point.
You're top
it
of the
was meant to
stairs,
speak
right?
to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoan. They scream.
Can you like? Oh wait, can you like trick the game into thinking you've jumped? You fuck it. Oh my god! Yeah, I gotta try that. I gotta try that.
End is never the end. Is never the end. Is never.
Hopefully.
The end, is never the end. Is never.
Okay,
the
hopefully I
end,
remember to do that. That's such a
end,
good idea.
The end is never the end.
So yeah, you do it 3 times, and the 4th time you fall and trigger the death, I guess. Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's 3 times you have to jump before the 4th jump you do is the one that kills you, I think. So I guess if we do that little skip 3 times and then actually fall on the 4th one, it should continue descending. Okay. That is interesting, okay. I'm definitely gonna try that. I just hope that this run isn't the next time wait for him to second line try again. Yeah, so you don't soft block, yeah. I just hope that I think in the which ending was I doing in the game crash? I was doing the what was it called? I forgot the name. Love Bond ending, I think. I was doing this Love Bond ending and I accidentally my game crashed, so I lost 3 minutes, and I also lost jump storage. So hopefully, you don't soft lock, but it won't activate the next fall. Oh, okay. So do you have to wait for the voice line before doing every jump, so that it kind of counts the next jump? Or can you just like wait for the first one and then the next 2 you just do it one after the other? I mean, might as well. I'm gonna play it safe anyway. I'll wait for the voice line if there's any. It's just the first one. Okay. I'll still wait for the voice lines because I. Yeah, whatever. Not a massive time loss if I mess it up anyway, so. I'll still probably PB. Nice, 4 seconds slower.
What could it mean?
That's the first skip messing
Stanley
up.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very...
You can combine Cold Feet and Fig Leaf 5. Is that using the pause buffer? How does that work then? Cold Feet and Fig Leaf 5. Oh, I'm thinking of Fig... Oh no, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Sorry, I was thinking of Fig Leaf 6. I was thinking of Fig Leaf 6. Yeah. In my route for Fig Leaf 5, I'm gonna do Fig Leaf 5 and then I'll jump down for the powerful bucket ending.
I say we take it one
That's my plan.
even further. Which is why I'm
I think it should be fine.
first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
I do the Fig Leaves much earlier in the run, so I just do it alongside Powerful.
Will cover with a fully fledged sequel, an entirely new experience built from the ground up. Why there is
Yeah,
so
and I know
many
it doesn't, yeah.
It could go in so many different
I just haven't tried it because I remember like people saying that if you trigger dialogue during the Fig Leaf screen, it breaks it. It soft locks your game. But I asked in the Discord whether if you do it during the powerful ending,
that should
Yeah, just reset, so it should be fine.
naturally spring up around them. A common
Ah,
complaint
fuck.
of Stanley
Too late.
was that it was
Shit.
confusing and paradoxical.
Whatever.
It engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who...
Too late.
Well,
Completely zoned
I
out.
have to say that after much consideration,
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine.
a clever solution.
I'll do whole and then
It's the Stanley parable, reassurance.
figurine.
You see, Stanley, anytime you're
I
home,
completely
a
forgot.
sense of calm and ease.
Wow. That's
Can
insane.
you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in
That's
the face
actually
of
insane.
crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefit
So can you
of
actually
practicing go
complete?
on and on.
Wait. Okay.
All this and more.
I need to watch a video of that because I don't have the. I'll do my own practice. I think I'll try it myself
Does anyone
because
give an award
I'm
for
like
hey,
I don't want to throw away your run
try out some of
to
this?
try something I haven't tried before. Unless it shouldn't be terrible, but yeah. That's the question I got the love one. I don't know. It's just. I mean, we'll see what happens in this run, I guess. 'Cause if Love Bond does crash your game, if you have it running the whole time.
Stanley,
kinda
here's
tragic.
an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You see? Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, mine crashed
One of my more ingenious concoctions, if
when I got to the office for the first time.
Since you've gotten to see the infinite hole,
So yeah,
you can press the teleport
I lost
button,
2 minutes
back up
maybe.
to the top, and we can continue on. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Okay.
So I didn't realize this is probably a bug.
Really need to see it again?
The stickers are on my
Well,
bucket,
there
even
is
though
Stanley,
it's a new save.
infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough
Maybe,
to get
yeah.
to the bottom. Yes, I know. I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you
Yeah, I
who's
guess-
falling too much.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'll have to
you're the
reorder them.
problem.
If it crashes this run again,
The thing's gotta do
definitely have to
with-
reorder
I
it.
think we both said some
Maybe-
things we didn't mean.
Could it have something to do with
And agree to just call the hole.
in the meeting room it tells you to restart the game, like you've been playing for long enough? Maybe it has something to do with that. Maybe having that, like doing enough endings to trigger that whiteboard to change into, restart the game entirely. Maybe that affects Love Bond.
Need to see it all, but not you. Oh no.
I don't know.
A weird sort of.
It is weird why it crashes your game.
Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole. I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I...
Okay, so after this, when the hole's tiny, I jump in the hole and then just jump out and do Figley?
Okay, yeah.
Or do I wait until he tells me to press G?
I'm certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call
Go
the
immediately.
hole
Gotcha.
infinitely deep.
Let's try it
Rather
then.
lacks overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't.
Also,
see
it now
the
doesn't
scratch
matter.
on the itch.
Does it,
Oh,
oh yeah, cause it,
who am I to judge?
yeah.
You just do
But
whatever
it triggers
is the right
the,
way to do
it resets anyway, doesn't it? So it shouldn't matter.
Move on. Is the teleport button not working? You sure?
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Collectibles. Still nothing? Well, I suppose.
Collectibles.
One thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take...
So I'm guessing at this point I would run towards, like, I run towards the bucket, I'm guessing now, right?
Fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
So like normally I run this way, right? And then get the bucket and then it would, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, that's gonna save minutes for me at least. Maybe a minute. Okay. Well, let's look at the exhibits then. New features, new content, new ideas. Very cool. A new updated ray trace, more of the same, but in a good way, sequel to the Stanley Parable, I'm guessing you'll say. Just consistent quality with just the right amount of change. Stanley. Okay. That's so much extra, that's so much free time. That's insane. No. This one's weird. No. Where's the puppy one? I want to get the puppy one. There we go. Let's go. Sick beats. Go. This is definitely something reverse. I wonder what it exactly is. What is this? What is this?
Stanley? 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 Oh good, you're awake.
Yeah, that's the narrator right now. Confused as hell.
But we can't have that, Stanley. Because this hole is just so darn fascinating.
I was gonna say, what happens if you
Every second of it. You don't
what happens if you try to progress
How about if I just
everything? It's gonna soft lock it, won't it?
It's just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe.
Oh no, what have I
What
triggered?
does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2. Now
It was soft
that's
lock.
an artistic statement right there. It's future.
What's happening?
It screams progress and innovation.
Why did I move? I'm worried.
long-term Franchising potential.
Okay, now I can do it again. Okay. Oh, I just got rid of that voice line. Gotcha. Wow. Jesus Christ. Oh wait, and you just spawn where you. Oh my god! So you can just wait outside of the. Man. Oh, man, that's so good.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
So you might as well wait up here after doing that.
So, Stanley.
Yeah, I gotta edit this, but
Do you
yeah.
like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear
But
yet
damn.
how exactly these features will come together.
That's
as one
insane.
single
That is
coherent
actually
video game,
insane.
but I can feel it in my soul.
God, this game is so this game is you can break this game so easily.
Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together.
Oh,
and we'll
wow.
see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
This will probably be
Okay. Are you ready?
about 40 seconds faster, maybe.
I give you
Without the
Stanley Parable
without Figley.
2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go, version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy it. I wanted more than
No, the reason why it's like the price is, I think the normal price is what, $20 for this game. The one that came out in 2013 was $10. The extra $10 is for the bucket and the jumps. That's what it is. You pay for the bucket and the jumps. It all makes sense.
Well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be minus 3 minutes already.
Alright, perfect.
Also, don't pay attention to the best possible time. I don't know where it finds 26 minutes. I don't know where it finds that.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Pog! 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 Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh my god! Oh my god, that's so early! Let's go! I don't have to deal with that anymore.
Yet there was not a single person here.
Oh my god.
A wave of disbelief. Stanley stepped into
nearly
the
forgot.
closet, but there was nothing here. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his.
Oh, that movement was man, dude.
But Stanley
What the hell?
started
This is a nice start.
The possibility of facing his boss.
This is a nice
If he left
start.
his post during work hours, he might be fired. for
Let's
that. And in
go.
such a competitive economy, why had he taken that?
That's gonna save a lot. So my PB, I didn't get the
His boss would think he
what was my last
Something
split?
occurred to Stanley.
I think my last split was choice.
Maybe
No.
I am crazy.
What was it?
All of my co-workers blinking. with
I've already forgot what my last split was.
in a single moment for no reason at all.
Oh no, it was untimely comedy.
Logical sense.
Wait, I said long to enter stairs, we get stickers. Right, okay.
Observations. For example,
I know, like, I was doing untimely comedy. That was my the last ending I had to do before epilogue.
wherever he went,
And
and for that matter,
up until then, I did not get Whiteboard. I did not get blue rooms at all.
no, Stanley
I had to reset like 7 times to get blue rooms. So to get it half an hour in the run,
that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found.
man, what is this? What is going on? What is going on? This is
all a
insane.
dream.
That's crazy lucky.
Stanley felt to have finally found an answer.
Oh
to
my
the explanation.
god.
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. He thought to himself, I guess I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my
It's okay,
boring real-life job pushing
The run is still long. There's still opportunities that I messed this up. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. I can still mess this up.
Float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it
Yeah, broom the stickers ending.
fun. And Stanley
That's-
marveled that he had
That's
still
coming up
taken
soon,
out.
so I'll hopefully
How
remember to
was
do
he
that.
remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest
Ooh, what
question
is
of
these?
them
These
all
like
entered
particles.
Stanley's head.
I've just noticed these.
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating
Car.
everything that I'm doing and thinking?
69.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it extremely strange. I'm dreaming.
Is it my everlasting GTA 5 knowledge?
Thinking about how it's
This looks like
describing
a
my thoughts.
club or a ballista compact.
Wally thought
Very
it all
cool.
very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams. The truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was
Yeah,
Stanley
this is
simply
just a meta ending.
believing that if he's
It sucks that it
asleep,
takes
he doesn't take
5 minutes of just constant monologue.
Stanley is as awake
But it's pretty
right
cool.
now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these
What is
words
this?
was quite a shock
Coffee
to
nut.
Stanley. After all,
Cold
he
drinks.
was certain beyond a doubt that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove
Remember
that
I said it
he
on
was in
I said it in my last run.
that this
There's
was a
like 2
dream.
of the bucket endings that I absolutely love.
Gently, and he
Um
invited himself to wake up.
oh,
He felt
pretty
some weight
what
of
did I say that my favorite endings were?
the press of the
Oh, the
message,
bird watching ending is so fun.
the
Like
fresh
that's just a
air of
fun
the
ending.
world outside.
But I think I also like the
Let me wake up.
I do like the
I'm through with this dream.
bottom of the mind control facility ending with the bucket.
Let me go back to
I do like that one. That one's fun.
Continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Panic. He started screaming.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
And it went black. Boop. And
This is the story.
This might be a little time loss to PB because of that whiteboard ending, but it's fine. It's not like I'm 3 minutes ahead right now.
Gathered her belongings and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously
No
crazy.
pressure at all.
Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there,
Staring at the
down
body.
And then she turned and ran.
Then she turned and ran. Such a funny ending. How did I PB? What? Whatever. Whatever. Make it make sense. It's
What
fine.
did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him
Ah, okay. This is karma for getting the broom closet early. Unfortunate. And she backflipped all the way to work.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief. Oh no, not again.
Escape
Coming to a
pod,
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope.
Stepping
There we go. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, because I can never get it right. And she backflipped all the way to work. There should be normal hallways as well. Yes, it is. You are now leaving. God, the visibility is so bad at this part. Let's go. Yeah, I got long hallways, so that's the time loss. It's okay. Okay, stickers.
How long was I sitting there?
Gotcha.
Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Stanley picked up the bucket. Stanley
I shouldn't have both stickers anyway. I don't know why I have both stickers
the door on his left.
already. I haven't done the stickers ending, but I guess that's just a visual glitch.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps, oh Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
I'll stay here. I'm not gonna take any chances.
It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no.
There's a bucket.
It's a name calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom.
Yeah, the next split I have, like powerful, it's gonna be when I'm gonna try that pause buffer thing so I can move around and do powerful ending.
You and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends.
Not the
That your
broom
relationship
closet.
is purely superficial and convenient. That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together.
This is the first time I've held this bucket, broom closet.
Share your
Haha.
entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your
Take
business
that,
as they
you
have changed and
scum.
evolved over the years. Let him have it.
You smell disgusting. You're always very dirty and full of dirt. Aha. Take that.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There.
Okay, that's the first
Now
sticker.
settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes.
I'm glad there's audio cues to this because it'll help me figure out when to start moving. Given that for some reason I'm seeing both stickers.
All right, I've got a
There
second
you go.
sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate.
There you go.
See? Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's room. Found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Wow!
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? Or
There's
what
this,
about
like, the movement for this part, I'm not confident enough to get near the doors of the office. I'm not confident in that yet, so I'm not gonna try it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines
And Figlies.
What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness?
Stanlerines and the Figlies.
Corner of your screen go up by one. Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
I got caught on the wall, I guess. Oh well. Unfortunate.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not
For the bucket.
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read,
Mind control facility.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was...
I always get tense whenever I'm doing that skip, just because it's pitch black.
The bucket had never seen anything.
There's gonna be a moment when I'm gonna mess that up and accidentally start the bottom of the facility and...
That it was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had
Let's
the
go.
bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Bucket?
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never!
Never!
The bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
I accidentally found another skip in the middle of my road. What skip did you find?
Walking,
How did you accidentally find it first?
From this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to
False
sink
hope is
in,
off.
Stanley
Is it over? Oh.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness.
Is it over?
Was it over?
Close enough. You know how you have to wait for the elevator first time you go down to the maximum
Stanley and the
city?
bucket
Yes.
had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the
yeah.
evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly,
Can jump
two
out
them
of the
began to
elevator.
discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door.
Okay.
The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every
Wait,
country on Earth.
are you saying you can jump out and get to the walkway earlier?
Through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on.
Oh my
to
god.
support and
Junk storage, man. What the hell?
What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty.
In
Until finally
uncertainty.
the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket.
Did that in my run. Okay, I need to watch that then.
The bucket, who
That's... oh my god.
Part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But
Okay.
at least he has the bucket.
That sounds like such a dumb skip, but I love it.
Stanley thought to himself, as long as I have my bucket with me, right?
It's gonna save so much time as well.
Stanley gulped.
We'll have to wait for this dialogue to end before the doors open. Oh, crazy moment. Hey,
Stanley lifted the
very
bucket
nice.
and a wave of Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket
called to him,
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift.
You're getting close now, Steve, but
Yay.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Very
seen
nice.
the memo.
Oh my god.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
And Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley but eager to get back to business,
Nice.
Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I could do this jump much earlier, but I'm very hesitant, so I'll just play it safe.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the store... What? Really?
I could do that much earlier, but I didn't believe myself.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something. And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that
A job well done is its own reward.
I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward.
And we can't have that.
So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
So true.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you
Sending
see that
skip,
I
thank
really
you.
wanted you to be happy all this time. The problem is all these choices. The two of us always
I'm gonna
trying to get...
try it. Hopefully I can figure it out.
Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
What do you want?
What are we looking for? Here.
Here.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? No, wait. Where are you
Timing
going?
of that.
Oh no! Stay away from those stairs.
Okay,
If you
so
hurt
jump,
yourself, if you die,
just
the game will reset.
go off the
You'll
edge and
learn all
jump
of
right
this.
back. Okay,
Please,
let's try
no,
that.
Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about... No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You have...
When do we jump again?
Now, can we please get back to the other room? Stanley?
Okay,
Let's go
I
back to the other
gotcha.
room. Can you do that for me?
Fuck. Rip.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it.
Once that activates,
Oh,
gotcha.
my God.
Okay.
Is this really how much you dislike my game?
I messed it up.
Throw yourself from this platform
So I
over
did
and
the
over
second one,
again.
messed up the third one, so the fourth one should be the final one, I think.
Being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Damn!
To restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Damn! This bloody game, dude. That's crazy.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's just...
Those
it's
figurines.
Those figures. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness?
Inner richness?
Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but would you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines.
Wait a minute. I've just got an email. Let's see if it pops up on the stream stuff. Wait for it.
Here's where it all began. The
It's
first.
a massive delay when it goes to
Back then, we
stream.
had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again.
How did I lose
Stanley.
6 seconds to... I don't know. I didn't do a thing properly.
And here was a second Stanley. I'll be honest, back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of
There we go.
remarkable ways.
Wait for it.
Dugba is now following.
Okay.
Yeah, the Indonesian text-to-speech said your name correctly. Thank you for the follow, Dubba. I don't know if you're here right now, but thank you for the follow.
Stan, can you remember? Hey, that's exactly right. It was here in the boss's bathroom. It was the
When he
third
took,
one.
like,
You picked it up.
I've been a mod for you for a while, and this is the first time you followed my channel. So good.
But I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's
So
impossible to
good.
forget your third time doing anything. Let's see, what came next?
Oh, the
yes,
pink
another
room.
figure in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in
Whoopsie.
the memory zone, so it must have happened. This was the 5th mini-stand, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion.
Enjoy. Apparently got tired of your Borderlands. It wasn't my first time. We do not speak of Borderlands speedrunning 2 years ago. Oh my god. I'd love to try it again, but I don't want to commit to a 6-hour, 5-hour run. This one's a bit more digestible. Because you're not doing anything half the time. You're just waiting for dialogue to end. That and like I'm too lazy to play Borderlands again. I like how they released the review for the Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of
To
time
avoid
making
spoilers,
videos,
that's
but it
so
was
clever.
8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
I remember the whiteboard ending being in that area instead. Pathetic.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue.
I mean, when it comes to Borderlands, like the main strat that I still can't figure out because I fat finger my keyboard a lot is the quick reloading, the quick swapping. I can't figure that out, and that apparently can save up to like an hour or something because of how often you're shooting stuff. I can't figure it out. I'm too dumb.
Any other, except for the other moments picking up figurines, which
Come on.
was exactly like. And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment.
Bye-bye.
Nothing left to do.
Enjoy your roll-up tank stream.
Future. Goodbye, memory zone.
I'm not lagging. Shush. Not anymore.
No.
Not anymore.
I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards.
Go
we'll do the memory zone
backwards.
again from the opposite direction. See how that feels. Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more.
One more.
Here's where I made that video.
Remember that video we just watched? Ah, I got hit by the collision of the thing. God damn it, didn't click it correctly.
Yes, I love that video.
I'm trying to watch. Just mute me, dummy. Do it. Put me at 1% so your view still counts.
Stanley, still no
1% volume, do it, you won't.
A solid room. These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Could have reacted earlier there, I think.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful
Nice.
thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? See, this is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the Figurines.
The
I
Figurines.
want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
I can actually PB this anyway because I think what I did last time.
It's the terrible new
I must know. Actually, no, it can't be. I thought last time I might have like let the dialogue play out,
Yes, the
but I think I
doors. Who could have
I
forgotten
save
that
quit.
classic memory that
I reset the game after the screen goes to black. I remember now. That has to be because I'm supposed to PB. I'm supposed to make my best. That best is from any percent, I think.
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Hey, chair had no collision. Nice.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each
Countdown.
Stanley had never
Okay.
seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Restart the game entirely. That's what. Now I think okay. That's what I think is happening when it comes to love bond being broken. Is it related to that? To that thing? I feel like it is related, honestly. But I have to test it.
Once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he
Didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Hello, second place, all ending Stanley Parable, also Deluxe Speedrunner DiNmiTe. How was the run? If you can see in these splits,
And rejuvenated.
I don't know how it looks on your tablet, but if you look at the splits, so far, pretty decent, I would say. I'm totally not 4 minutes ahead of my PB. Totally not ahead of my PB. Also, I fixed Nightbot settings, so you can try to spam your emotes, and it should not time you out.
Head through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Yeah, I'm glad I have
Did he
a
have
better
the
setup
strength
time
to find out?
to do that thing, 'cause I'm
Now
still a
the
bit
monitors jumped to life.
unconfident,
Their true nature
not
revealed.
confident with this jump
Each
at
bore
all.
the number of an employee.
Ah, that was near the wall. It was terrifying.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley One of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom, this mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
It couldn't be true.
Someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept?
I've just had a thought. So I have
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept
BTTV installed. And I set it so that if someone pings me, I get a sound effect. I don't know if you guys heard that on the stream. It would make no sense if you heard that on the stream, but then again, OBS, I don't know. Maybe you must have heard a boom when DiNmiTe was put in chat.
All of it monitored and commanded from this
Countdown. I have to turn on the mind control.
The reality of his past began to sink in. Stanley decided that...
Oh, Stanley.
You didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I did.
They kept you enslaved all these years. You go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is
I
that
did.
What you wanted?
Yes.
Control?
Yes.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort. I really
So now we have to wait for about
There's only so much
3.5 minutes. So,
You're supposed to let it go.
friendly reminder for everyone to stretch, walk around it for a bit.
If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For
Nice
example,
stretching right
and
here.
I believe you'll find this pertinent. Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Uh-oh.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the
entire complex.
How long until detonation then? Let's say
2 minutes.
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's
Oh
your
my
time
god,
to
I
shine.
hate how long it
You
takes
are
to
the
do this
star.
bit. It takes
It's your
forever.
story now.
Because now for the
Achieve
next
your heart's
3.5
desire.
minutes, it's
Oh,
just
this is much
talking.
better
That's
than
all
what
it
I
is.
had in mind. What a shame we
Yeah,
have
I'll
so little
just
time left to enjoy it. Mere
walk around for a bit,
until the bomb goes
relax
off.
myself,
But what
you know.
precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
Where are my co-workers?
Good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them.
Oh my god.
The machine. I set you free.
What?
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story.
What?
Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Same.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen.
Well, we're not running, narrator. Relax.
These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones.
Don't worry, we are not running.
Or this door.
Have no doubt, I am not running around, narrator.
Why would you think that, Stanley?
Dr. Medic.
This video game
Underscore Dr. Medic is now following.
Well, underscore Dr. Medic is now following. That Indo text speech doesn't sound Indo, but thank you for the follow. How are you? Are you good?
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a
As you can see, the run is a bit decent right now. It's a bit decent, I would say.
You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're.
Hopefully it keeps this up, but let's not get ahead of
It's
ourselves.
not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world. That's fine. but I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Uh-oh.
Take a look at the clock.
30 seconds.
That's 30 seconds.
This might... I don't know if it's a PB. I don't know how long it takes before it resets.
No ending here. Just you.
I'm good, man. How are you? Can I need to some purple? Your stuff. I'm okay. I'm suddenly quite... I'm just tired today. I don't know why, but
It's all the same to
I
me. All
really
the
want
same
to
Joe.
beat my PV because it was really bad.
Second of your inevitable life.
But yeah, you can, I think I remember somebody... Oh. Okay, so is like a 4-second PB. Nope. 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 Time lost. Oh well, that's fine.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find
You see
it.
him before.
Oh, won't we all
trying to use
laugh
the
at the
speedrun
time I
stuff.
thought everyone had gone missing.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite very straightforward.
When Stanley came to a set
Like,
of 2 open doors,
I mean,
he entered the
I honestly
door.
think right now an easy way to get into the speedrunning is do any of the in-level stuff.
Yet
Because
there were
any
not
percent
single
right now
person
has a lot of like tech.
feeling a wave of
That's a bit
disbelief.
hard to
Stanley
understand
decided
from
to
the
go
get-go.
up to his- Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
But yeah.
office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah blah
Blah blah blah. Don't
Secret
take this keypad.
keypad,
Stanley
Stanley
pushes
pushes
buttons.
Oh, hey,
Look,
it's
the
a new
password.
passageway.
Kill surprise. Okay, this one's gonna be a massive time save as well. It'll probably be 3 minutes or something, or 4 minutes, because I know where I'm going this time. Original, nice. I love to do. I want to try out the 12 ending stuff, but maybe after this, because I really want to get this done, just to like make my stamp on it, you know.
The word escape written on it. The truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut.
The door
Stanley
behind
still
him was
had
not
every
shut.
opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to turn around.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yes. Yes, I am. I kind of want to like also watch like. I think, cause what I like about all endings is that it doesn't have unique strats that's only for all endings. You can just take like the routes and the shortcuts that people find from like 12 endings or in levels. I think that's really just fun. As soon as someone finds like a fancy skip for one of the endings, that also means that there's more potential for a faster time in 12 endings than in all endings. I think it's pretty cool.
Accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated.
I need to
and the
change
machine
my
crushed every bone in
Twitch
his
settings
body,
because I
killing
think
him
there's
instantly.
probably a 10-second delay. For those who are watching the stream, could you tell me what's your delay to my broadcast? Like, what's your latency to the streamer? I'm kind of curious. Yes, HitPix. I'm doing an all-ending speedrun of the Stanley Parable. Welcome.
Death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that
this
Stanley
way,
was already dead?
And
the moment he
there
got
is
stopped?
a massive escape or exit. Yeah, I didn't see this because I'm blind. So that's gonna be like a minute and a half time save. Because I'm not an idiot this time.
How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
So what I could do, I could just start watching on my phone.
Can you see how much they need one another?
I'm pretty sure on your phone you can see the
Sometimes
latency,
things cannot
maybe?
be seen.
Can you?
But listen to me. You can still save those two.
Nah.
You can stop the program before they both
What about the
fail.
baby game ending? Oh, this category does not include the baby game ending. I don't want to sit down for 4 hours doing that. Someone else has done it. They've done all endings, including the art ending, as that's called. So, and that run, I think in total was like a 7 hour or something. I can't. I don't have the focus to do it for 7 hours. Or like I don't have the focus to do this for that long.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Wait, wrong
Stanley
input.
decided to go to the
I
meeting room.
can't
Perhaps
see that
he'd
name.
simply missed a memo.
Oh, it's the boss office, right? I'm dumb. So I got the third one, it's the boss's office. I'm dumb.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
Totally did not just get confused there, but it's okay. We move.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Feeling a wave of disbelief.
Stanley decided to go up to it.
You prefer the bucket endings or the normal endings?
Upstairs to
I do like a lot of the bucket endings. I think it's just creative. They're all good, but I have like my favorites are mainly bucket endings. Oh wait, oh fuck! Shit. Oh, I fucked up. I forgot to press the button on the monitor. Ah. Okay, so what I'm gonna. Okay, the song ending is gonna have a late split.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door.
Fuck! I completely zoned out. I didn't think about it. Shit! I completely forgot to do that. That's gonna be like what, maybe
an enormous room packed with television screens.
30-second time loss, maybe. Ah, my god.
This place hold.
Unfortunate.
To himself.
We're fine.
Have the
We
strength
move.
to find out. Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee.
Yeah, so I prefer the bucket endings because
the lives of so many individuals
yeah,
reduced to
I find
pixels
them
on a
just
screen, and
they're kind of more creative. A lot of them.
eternally monitored in this place where
So it's just yeah.
this mind control facility.
Ah, I can't believe I've done that. That's such a silly mistake.
Couldn't be true.
I literally read it out loud that I needed to do the boss's computer
Was this the only reason he was
or the secretary computer.
that his emotions
Oh,
had been
man.
manipulated to accept it blindly?
That's only slightly annoying, but whatever. Shouldn't be a big deal overall, I think, but you know. We move, it's fine. Come on. What the f- Did I just look away at the wrong time? Unfortunate. Look, it's the hallway for the confusion ending. Secret mode engage.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility.
Welcome.
You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was
I'm
a
so
bug
annoyed.
that we simply didn't
I'm
catch
just
till it
it's annoying.
And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very
On
superior about it.
Twitter.
And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So
Here you
it is.
go.
New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret.
It's a secret.
Special you are. We call this track.
Good job. You made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Well done.
Good job. You did it. Good
Job. You did it. Good job. You made it to the bottom of the... Such a good song. Such a good song. Yeah. You should have been careful. But now it's an ending. Now it's an ending.
I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier.
Hello, 11 years.
Dreams, but railings don't mean anything.
You know, you've been here the whole time, I forgot. It's a banger tune.
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Good job, you did it.
I should rename the split to Good Job You Did It. But I'll probably forget that I need to do all these setup things. Okay, so... I don't have to go to the... Okay, I need to... Okay.
All of his co-workers were
I'm gonna lose time here, but
Stanley
it's
decided
fine.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
I need to get this done now or else I'll forget. I'll lose time here. I'll lose probably...
When Stanley came to a set
Yeah.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
There
on
should
his
be...
left.
They should be on Spotify. Really, they really need to have one on Spotify. Just all the tracks that they
There
use.
was not a single
should be on
person there
Spotify.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Um,
Stanley decided
yeah.
to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What? Oh my god. I need to check something. I need to check something. I need to check something. Did I fuck this whole thing up? What the fuck? Oh, I completely forgot to do that.
Hitbits is now following.
Hello, Hitfig. Thank you for the follow.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map.
Oh
Until he
my
heard this narration,
God.
he realized it was
I'm
part of
so
the
annoyed at
game's
myself.
design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
God damn it. I
Now
completely
it's made you
forgot.
think, isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
I forgot to do that for the music.
Why don't we take a minute just to
Angry.
drink it all in?
Angry face.
As
Ah, I
What do
forgot.
you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now.
Unfortunate.
You could have done it just then.
It's okay, it's okay.
Now would also be an appropriate time to quit.
It's
Even if
okay.
these
We
points
move,
are
we
so
move, we
many,
move.
many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on.
Oh, I do have an internal
Able
conflict
to act on
narrator.
your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as
That's
possible.
why I
and
PB'd by a lot in the other
complicated.
sections, but I completely forgot to do these. That explains so much. Okay, so now we'll just... Right now we're gonna rush the heaven part, because otherwise...
Stanley decided to go
timings
to
just
the
don't
meeting room.
fit at all.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, and it gives me a long hallway. It gives me a long hallway. Ah, this is annoying.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
It's fine.
left.
It's fine. We'll make it work. We can still make it work.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
This shows that
Disbelief.
I'm getting
Stanley
tired
decided
because
to
I'm
go
being
up
distracted. I'm
coming to
forgetting.
the staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So I need to turn this one on. Then I gotta do it at 3. So I gotta go to 3, 4, 3, 4.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his...
I could have done the... Oh, whatever. I could have probably done that. There we go. Yeah, we lost 50 seconds.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken...
I'm still 3 minutes 30 ahead.
Realized it was
And
part
there's
of
still
the game's design all along.
the second half of
He
the
then
run,
praised the game
so
for its insightful and witty commentary
could be
into the
worse.
nature of video
It could
game
be
structure
worse.
and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So,
This just isn't a
now that you're
perfect
here,
run
what do
then.
you
That's
think?
unfortunate.
Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Ah.
Ah.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced them. Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all... Yes! Whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator.
The pesky narrator.
In the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
My
But
true
it told
self.
Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sacrifice and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the...
I would
actions
compare
of
it to world
Mother
record, but I
Nature.
don't know
Further
how
than
fast
Stanley
or slow
declared,
world record
if
is.
only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed.
Yeah.
Bittersweet reality of
Don't know.
time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket.
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No.
Said the bucket.
Not since the evil wizard Gagharatha.
First ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I
So
stole from the
stupid.
treasured vaults. I was young
This is why I
and
preferred the bucket endings, because like they're darker, but they're also so much more stupid.
This is stupid.
Like this. This is so dumb. It's so good.
This is so stupid. Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold
I also forgot I
power.
paused the
Its
music
fangs
for that,
glistening like
Oh. Uh-oh. What did I do?
God. Stanley,
Murder.
you saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages.
One
And you
bucket to
incantations
rule
to
them
summon
all.
their true
We
power.
killed it.
Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Okay. Obsession. Hey. Nice.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself.
Gold.
Am I sure that the
Glod
orders
speed.
stopped coming in?
Thank God for all the emblems of sages. Yeah, thank God for all the emblems of
With the
sages.
bucket in his arms again, he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling
yeah.
to him, telling him that the...
I need to stop being annoyed at messing up heaven. I need to stop getting annoyed at that.
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Obsession is going down to that
The door was
tape
locked.
recording
To go
room.
back to the meeting room,
Now.
No.
said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
Ah,
the cargo.
it's annoying.
Yes.
There's also a fun fact back there. There's a Dark Souls Easter egg. With the I don't know what they're called actually.
195. Take number.
I just know it's a Dark Souls Easter egg.
I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real.
I've lost track. I don't know.
The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling.
The same feeling.
And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arm.
This bucket!
Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure?
I can monetize it.
I can monetize it.
I love it. It's so funny.
It's unthinkable the amounts of money people.
The bucket's supposed to be like the ring from Lord of the Rings. I guess. Explain the obsession with it.
It's my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back.
Oh.
Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me.
Oh.
What's that?
What's that?
Who's there?
Hey, it's the guy from earlier. I got time loss because I think I got a short hallway.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Freedom. Okay, let's do this one. Now I think all I have to do now is just the normal endings. There's no like doing two things at once. It should be fine. Like our Game Theory episode.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
The hidden story of the Stanley parable.
Stanley decided to go up to his.
I'll be honest, right? When the game first came out and I saw all these bucket endings and how much like they added actual like some story to the game, I was like, what can MatPat do with this information? I unironically thought that when I first played this game. So freedom should be me turning it off.
Stanley walked straight ahead through a large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind Control Facility.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
Everything's a bucket!
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
That's... Okay, if he... Hypothetically, if Game Theory does make an episode on Stanley Parable, I guarantee you, 100%, that's gonna be their intro gag before they play their intro graphic. 100%. They'll make a joke about how everything's a bucket. I'm not saying he will make an episode, but if he ever does, that's the gag. 100%.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't.
He will be that predictable that will be the gag he picks. 100%.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
The heart of the operation.
Labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began...
Yeah, I figured that out like quite recently. Either that or a joke about sequels. Yeah, that'll be a joke about sequels. Okay.
Blackness.
What I do, but not consistently, is I faced like the entrance to that lift, and once I see like the grates from the platform you walk on entering the control room, that's when I start pressing W. That's my like mental note.
On how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
Where have they gone?
How had he been freed from the machine?
I feel like jumping here might... No, I was gonna say jumping here might break the game. I'm not gonna try anything dumb. I wanted to get this run to the end.
He realized none of
We
this
have
mattered
still
to him.
less than 2
All
hours to
was
go
not
with this run,
knowledge or
maybe.
even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
It doesn't.
Perhaps
Okay.
his goal
I'm
had
still not gonna
been to
try.
understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Oh, there you go. You
Stanley
can't jump
felt the
over.
cool breeze
Okay,
on
you
his
can.
skin, the feeling of liberation.
I like how I said I wasn't gonna do it, then immediately after I did it.
For him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley
Was happy. I suppose jumped the rail. Ah, yeah. I was also thinking about like riding the rail.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting. Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled.
Bird watching.
He'd never be alone again, not truly alone.
So
Not
he's just
with the
turning it
bucket
on
open.
with the
Stanley
buckets.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Restart the game entirely, the
Still
whiteboard
no
says. No, I
Stanley
shall
needed
not.
the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead
Bird
through the
watching,
large
yep.
door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped.
Ah, it's just I
Monitors
keep tensing up every time. I can't get used to doing this jump.
And it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that it was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well. Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No!
No!
To the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Like there, I can see the platforms. I start pressing W.
The heart of the operation.
That's like my mental
Controls
note for
labeled
this
with
part.
Emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Oh,
Birds. Silly birds.
birds.
The control buttons became active. Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring
duck.
and surveilling silly
Again.
birds all over the world.
Silly birds.
The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands. the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable.
Silly
Of all
birds.
the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley was happy. That's what matters in the end, right? Must have got a long hallway here. Yeah.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket.
Just
Off on
Stanley
another
and the
thrilling adventure
bucket.
together. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I wish there was like a much quicker way to get this part done.
Stanley was once again
Just like how it just opens the gate
not an indication of any
when you have the bucket.
Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Okay, it's bottom of the mind control facility, right?
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Mind control facility.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with televisions. But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the
Mind control facility.
he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below.
Silly
He fell
Stanley.
directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch.
Couch.
It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves,
TV.
and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the
More
lights and
stuff.
standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was out there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected.
Stanley. Stop being withdrawn, Stanley. God damn it.
Stanley wasn't used to
Oh yes, when I fall from a great height, I want to land onto a small metal bucket.
all
But this is the magical bucket of
was going back
whatever the
over again.
thing they said. Something.
It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to
Ragumata or whatever they said.
I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Yeah, Gamporatha, that's the guy. What can you? How did I get 9 seconds? I probably again got a long hallway there, or I'm
Stanley
dumb.
decided to go to the meeting. Where are we going today? The bucket asked.
Bucket
Stanley
Museum is
just
this way.
smiled. Anywhere they went together would be. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley
God
needed
damn
the bucket's
it.
warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps
is this
the
name you're
boss's
saying?
office. In case, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Hello, how are you? Bucket Museum is this way, I
Office,
think.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any hue, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Hey.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I need to make sure I don't get into autopilot and just do a different ending. I need to remember that I'm doing the museum ending. So I need to turn left here. After this bit, I gotta turn left. Don't be dumb. Remember, be smart. Come on, come on, come on.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Mind control
But
facility.
this passageway had the word escape written on it. The truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death. The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this
Every
point,
opportunity.
Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Let's just not give people's full names, shall we? Let's not. Don't do that, please. The solution is always list. I mean, I can argue. You can see the splits on my list. Haha. I mean, that one's funnier, so I know a lot of that.
Word into motion, and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise. Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind
Come
at
on, hurry
solid
up.
ease to replace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself.
Big
He sort of
stretch.
kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere.
He's carrying a bloody bucket everywhere. Nice. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley,
Cried the narrator.
as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was
I just
crushed
love how
violently to death.
by taking the bucket in this part, the attention goes to the
Shame
bucket
the death of
rather
such a
than
magnificent bucket.
to Stanley.
It's true that all
It's so
buckets are
funny.
radiant in their own way, but this one stood above
This
the rest.
bucket is
It was a
special.
glorious bucket to behold.
I don't remember this. What this place looks like.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley?
I want to
to
try it.
like this
No, I'm gonna
and
try
to
it.
play
I don't
for his
trust
own?
myself.
Can you
Nope.
see the hubris
Dumb,
that
dumb, dumb,
blinded
dumb,
him?
dumb.
Can you
I thought it was
see
like a mirrored image. It's
far
not.
more noble than Stanley will ever
Hiya,
be.
hiya,
No
hiya.
man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this
Rip.
one. It is man
Unfortunate.
who should kneel before the bucket.
There you go. That was smoother, but I could have been much nicer there, I think.
There is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Yeah, of course I am. Of course I'm shirtless, man. Don't worry about it.
Crushed by the machine.
No, I will not.
Again, don't give him another opportunity
God damn
to
it.
run off with another beautiful bucket.
This might be a
From their trick
4-second
gentlemen,
PB,
if
perhaps.
only
I feel like.
together, the bucket shall take its place.
Actually, I don't know how long it takes for it to
A new world, a new vision.
dead. Just for a second was optimistic. Oh no! Wow. Unbelievable. Lost 2 seconds. I cannot believe this. Insane ending. So I gotta get
A good
this.
bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket.
A humble
A
bucket.
bucket of culture and distinction. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no
Interesting.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth. and
Twitch
comfort now.
moment, I guess. That's quite
Perhaps in the
interesting.
boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Oh.
and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's
And that
office.
could be cleaner.
But Stanley just couldn't do
That
it.
could have been
He
cleaner.
considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that. And
He
in
might
such
be
a
fired for
competitive
that.
economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy?
Am I crazy?
The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all.
Why not?
That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this
isn't my bucket.
It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps.
What?
How did I end up with someone else's bucket?
What?
This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd.
Very odd.
Now he felt himself floating off the ground.
Oh.
Gracious.
Ooh.
Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance.
Where's my
now he heard
bucket?
calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
There it is.
Could it truly be?
Buckets
He was
everywhere.
passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley! Find me!
Find
He had to
me.
find
The
He had
bucket
to return
cries
his
out
old
loud.
friend. It was the only way to truly restore
Holy
his sanity.
bucket.
And then suddenly,
Put this in the background.
froze
There you
dead
go.
in his tracks. He knew
Holy
where the
bucket
voice of the
time.
bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along.
So stupid.
Painful. Stanley doubled over in agony.
And then passed out.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course, he got
Of
mad,
course.
ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions.
Secret moment, of
Everything
course.
is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought.
How
She
cruel.
hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would
I guess
soon
this
have
is
to
another
solve,
short hallway.
for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself. My life kicks ass.
My life kicks
All
ass.
the way to work.
She backflipped all the way to work. There she goes. Hey! Good hallway.
Trace of an old friend. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
It's a
chest.
sacrifice now, so I gotta do the doors thing. Restart the game entirely. No,
Still
fuck off.
No one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping in,
Okay. I need to find like some sort of like visual cue to get that done correctly. Cause I can't figure it out. Like, or like, I mean, I can't get it consistently. I'm constantly doubting myself. I think like once I decide on my screen, like the piano like starts to go off screen, that's when I start walking backwards, I think. That should be like my mental note for this part as well. I think even in my PB I did like 2 or 3 attempts. New content. Time for another really good bucket ending, which is super emotional. Hashtag I cried. Hashtag powerful. Hashtag I ship them. Hashtag sad. Often doing edge, not good. Oh, too early? Oh, damn it. So hard to tell when it's so just pitch black. Can't see where I'm going. Maybe I can use the lights below me to give me an idea. Not really. Let's go. Man, for the very emotional scene. I cried when watching this at 3 a.m. So funny. Oh my god, it's so fucking good. Just wiping off the tear of the bucket before sacrificing. Very nice. Very beautiful. Bye bye, free bucket. We've lost the bucket now. Be free. Be free, bucket.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now...
Oh no, we've lost the
he would
bucket.
catch them.
Okay,
It
time
was
for
only a matter of
the
time.
press conference ending.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
And
entered
the door on his left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Here's the door, just go.
Here's the door, just go. Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley
Never
actually
mind.
got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why
Silly
did
me.
Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
I too cannot wait to find out. Yeah, we need to actually get the dialogue going.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is.
Exactly.
What a decision you've made to come up
This is the
here
very first
into the
ending.
office
Yeah.
again. This is
Honestly,
just down
same for
the
me.
core of the story.
I didn't intend to do this. I
Hey,
thought
you
that,
would have never, ever
what if I tried to do this? And then I noticed the arrow, the button was lit up. So I tried it. This is the first attempt I did. The first ending I've ever gotten, yeah.
Compromising narrative. Wow. I'm
Wow.
bolted to the edge of my seat. Incredible. Now
Incredible.
he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen,
How does he
how does he
keep coming up with
all
this? Did you think?
We were going to go forward down the spooky corridor. No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
The suspense. It's killing me. Yeah, the bucket counterpart's just really sad. It's just really sad.
Oh
My god. It's the boss's office.
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
This should be on Spotify. This should be on Spotify, even though it's like probably like a 45-second clip. like 45-second loop, put it on Spotify. I want to listen to tracks like these, like just
I'm prepared to
endlessly.
embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with no, wait, no. I need more time to process.
Do 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 do. Yeah.
All right, of course. Going back down in the elevator.
At least put the actual songs, you know, on Spotify. It'd be so good.
30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
There we go. Got it.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley.
The
We have
anticipation.
no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator, but the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. I simply don't want to let that
So
feeling go.
good.
It's so precious, so fleeting.
So
Why don't we take
fleeting.
this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the
Oh my
surprises,
god.
to have to think and to anticipate? And then
What
to
do you
marvel
think would be at the
visual
top?
reveal?
I don't know.
This
I
is storytelling,
feel like
Stanley. What you and
it
I
could
are
be
doing right
the
now
boss's
is the most
office.
exciting narrative to be developed.
Speedrunners hate him.
All because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're
I want to be
being fed
engaged, not
unimaginative
pandered
drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley.
Yay.
Because you're not afraid to spit
Trophy
in the
hunters
face of
don't like the
tradition.
24-hour commitment
You
achievement.
know, people look up to you, which is why. Oh, I didn't
I mean, you can do it
know this
tomorrow.
was on you, but well, I've gathered a little press conference for you so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them.
Wow.
This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better.
Oh my god, it's not the boss's office, it's
Okay,
a
room
press
should be
conference.
should be
What?
just around the corner here somewhere. Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door. All right, are you ready? I've told them
Are
you're
you
going to speak
ready?
a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart.
Speak
I'm
from the heart.
Be proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Let's go. Woo! Let's go! Yeah! Down and up and down and up and down and up again. Presented by Stanley! Very nice. 8-second improvement again. Speed.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Ah, this is the
Me.
bucket version of
Stanley
that.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply... And try not to lose this one too, you dolt. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Restart the
Still, no
game.
one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket.
I wonder what exactly you need to do to trigger that whiteboard to change to save that. Is it just completing a certain number of endings or play time? I'm quite interested.
Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. Wait, Stanley said to the bucket.
Can we go back up?
When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
The bucket said nothing.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps
Did that just skip? Did I just skip some of the dialogue? I do it so quick that I skipped the dialogue. Can you skip the dialogue? Isn't there normally a dialogue at that point? I don't know what I just did.
No, said Stanley to the bucket.
Whatever.
You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me.
The number
You and I have
3.
been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
The number 3.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3.
The stories of number
dreams and
3.
hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator. Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a
Really?
way through to the bucket to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there?
Really? I'm actually... They must have changed the whole voice line then, because, like, otherwise it would not make sense. That's interesting, okay. That's... Okay, I should... Yeah, I want to find a video after this run of, like, a PS5 playthrough of this game. That's interesting.
I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference.
A
where he
press
would speak
conference?
to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand.
Just not the PC port, I guess.
For months, he
That's interesting. I didn't realize that
his press
PC had a unique voice
building
line for that
excitement around
section.
it, developing and rehearsing it until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything. This was it. One last chance
Was
to
it?
win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Nobody
There
came.
was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over.
The number 3.
He was unloved,
3.
uninterested.
3.
He was a failure.
3.
And in that moment,
3.
Stanley knew that the bucket
3.
would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding.
It's like the 8.
And
8.
so it began that slowly
Same
over
joke.
many years, the two of
Easy
them
joke.
grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious.
3.
Any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence
8.
to consume
8.
the space between
8.
friends.
8. 8.
Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Rip Stanley. Unfortunate. So big time save. I just got my routing was better maybe. Or also, I don't
All of
know.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go
Confusion.
to the meeting room.
Don't need
Perhaps he had
this.
simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
And Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
It was okay.
The lounge was grand, majestic. Perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
And got back on track.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why
Not
would
the
I have ever
right.
said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Gets the map out.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Now, this story
Because
is
it was
absolutely
one of the most, like,
this way.
unique endings.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
We just have to get back to
Close your eyes, chat. Don't look at this.
It's all rubbish.
You can't see it. Oh no, you can see it also.
Completely unusable.
Close your eyes.
Rather
Ah,
than
you
waste
can't
my
see it.
time trying to
There you
solve
go.
this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay.
From the top.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go
No
to the
bucket?
meeting room. Perhaps he
Question
had
mark?
simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
That riser sound effect before the music comes in.
Back in that room with all the monitors. Did you
It
move
fit in
story
so well.
somewhere, Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then. It's an adventure.
Maybe.
Come, Stanley. Let's find
The story. I'm going to the back rooms. Same joke. This is easy joke.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's
to
give it a shot. Why not?
restart.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Stanley was going into the bathroom
Stanley
before
decided
they
to go
were
to the meeting
cool.
room. Perhaps
I know, right? They just stole the idea from Stanley Parable. Crazy.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha!
Aha!
I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest.
The new fantasy is getting to work and not being bothered by anyone.
So, I
Yeah.
can't quite recall, but I believe
The
my story
dream.
took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
You win.
Congratulations!
Oh, end of the run? So, no, just kidding.
You put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So
There you go.
Good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time.
I have to restart. Adventure line time.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that? You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself?
It is trademarked.
Hang on, that got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood. Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that.
I love that.
Wait, what?
Too
Back at
quick.
the office?
Too quick.
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore.
It's so good how it's actually I hope it's actual trademark, not just for namesake.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
That door opens, didn't work, okay.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine. Ah, a choice.
We get to make a decision.
From here, the story is...
That's not a real not a real hitbox,
How
what?
important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere. which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door.
Reverse
here.
door.
And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts,
the door on the right is the right one. Another victory for logic.
Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this?
That's not the right time. You're only corrected the second, not. We're 9 minutes. You're 9 minutes too quick. Shake my head.
8 times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart.
It's all determined. None of it's real.
Forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't
do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. Pause.
And the timer
Nice.
stopped. Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
Warning for beep sound.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
92 seconds faster. Y'all.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room. The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of them. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
The opposite door.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much.
Perhaps.
This bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters.
I guarantee there's stuff one for it to break this like this. Yeah, words.
Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you
Got to see the fur
but you're
case for me.
spending too much time.
Because the fur.
Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, but
I'm pushing that truck.
Line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Da, 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 da.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley.
It's as
Let's
classic
get
now as it was back then.
But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll
Insert
make a
bucket
wonderful
to
new
destroy.
addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
Bucket Destroyer.
Go ahead now, Stanley.
There you go.
Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready. Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits.
10
What
personality
other object in this
traits.
game can you even say that about? The broom closet?
Should
Certainly
not.
not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans
Bucket
will be
Destroyer.
clamoring for after this.
Honestly, they should make like the merch stand in the exhibit hall, exhibition hall. They should make that. I would buy it, dude. I would definitely buy one of those t-shirts.
Until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and
Yeah, I wish there was an option where you can destroy it. Like this can branch off to 2 options. It would have been nice, yeah.
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized
My
creation.
prized
It had so
creation.
much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spell-binding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend.
New friend.
For the moment in time that you were here.
Yeah, this cutscene kills my stream, by the way. My FPS is dropping for some reason. But this cutscene is like 50 FPS or whatever it is. Oh my god. Hey!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
And Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it. Whoops.
Oh, whoops.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting. Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky.
Very lucky indeed. So that's a 2-minute time save, because I messed it up the first time.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Okay, we're getting close to like,
Stanley
the last hour of the run. Let's
to go
go.
back to the meeting room,
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Well, from here, it looks like the only way forward is down, since the lift won't be coming back, but that's okay. You've got a bucket. Did you know that buckets are routinely used as cushioning devices? It's true. You can fall on a bucket from literally any height and survive. Whoops.
It says whoops again. Games one now.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I should try that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story is what? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see?
There's nothing here.
I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically
For you.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Yes,
Work with
yes.
me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what.
I want to see
Just
both.
stand in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go.
A third option.
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing...
I don't know which one's actually the fastest option.
Feel free to be honest.
So that's
Some
so
real critical feedback.
this
here.
could have been
Oh,
optimized.
of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Yay!
In
Playtesting.
this game, the baby crawls left towards danger.
Danger.
You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
Now this is the art ending, which I'm not gonna do.
It becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
The best thing is, these assets are from the source engine.
Bastard.
So they had to recreate everything in Unity. So good.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
We have here.
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
It's no Firewatch, I think it's called. I forgot the name already.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this
What?
game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our
Rags.
motivation? Well, it seems obvious
The Singular
that
Mind by
you are
Dr.
made of
Jonas.
a creepy man spying on innocent
I can't read the last part.
below
Allward?
from up high in your creep.
Supplies for
Some sort
2
of twisted erotic purpose.
forks?
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything
Fuck
about this game,
Alaska.
Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
So we go this way because you can bug yourself out of this. Yay!
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Very nice.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
There's a gap there. Opportunity. Ah.
Hey, I think this will be just the thing.
Aha.
See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here?
I know my stream
There
is
are lots of cars here
dying
in the
up
back,
there
but
with
obviously there's
FPS.
no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here.
Yeah,
Is this
it's
game
back. Should be fine
sports
now.
ball? Stanley, I think it's sports
I
ball.
think it's
So what
sports
fun.
ball.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Hold on, what are you doing?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story?
This is the right way. Don't actually know. Ah, it is okay. Do 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 do. There you go.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
Very soon.
Very soon. I can wait. All of his
Oh.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting. It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded on. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley turned the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Yeah, my exhaustion from today is starting to hit me.
Said the bucket.
Being tired
Don't
now.
go to the meeting room. Go
So
somewhere
I've
else. The
Around
yeah, good.
less than an hour left of this run, maybe.
Now ride the
Or
lift
half
all
an
the
hour
way to the
according to the
top.
best time, but I don't
Something up
believe it
there
all.
I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because...
Ooh, I didn't like how close that
But
was.
Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinking... No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what
Is it a bucket?
I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what
Is and isn't a bucket.
Please, step in here for a moment.
Is this a bucket?
I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is...
I also don't know what the fastest
This should tell us everything we'll
dialogues. I mean, like, for the most part, it doesn't matter.
Or is not
I think.
a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
I'm gonna assume correctly, but I think correct, or I don't know. I'll assume correctly.
Is this a bucket?
Correct. This
It
is
is a
an hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Item 2. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 3. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Item 4. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
You're welcome, narrator.
Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket. Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything.
Try
here.
Disharmonia on Steam, please. I don't know what that is, so not that interested right now.
Something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow
Interesting
convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing?
First message,
Stanley,
but
you
welcome.
believe that nothing is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence.
Mere moments ago.
Somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Yes.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to
Not
tear
the
our relationship.
bucket.
I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go.
Uh-oh. All buckets deleted
What
moment.
happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket?
Yes.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
Yes.
Oh my god, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I am not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's just helpful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket.
It's
And if
all
you
a
run into
bucket.
idiots, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what... that
Apology,
might
that was
do
loud.
to a person. All right, here we go.
So the apartment, so it's just a
Even now,
regular
Stanley's
run.
office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions.
Fuck existential
he could have
crisis.
almost
When?
years ago.
Yes.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
All this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me.
I'm asking for her.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
There you go.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
That's okay, wifey.
Alrighty. Okay, there we go. Alright, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha.
Wifey, not real.
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Yes.
Who want to commit their life to you? I'm trying
My
to
wife,
get you
obviously.
here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Snow.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him.
Yeah, I need to focus on
Every
this
button
part
he
because
pushes
the
is a
keys are
reminder of the
different every single time.
inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk,
I will watch
Stanley
wife. If I
dreamed
keep
of
looking at
wild
wife, she won't
expeditions
disappear.
into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So
I just thought, I was thinking of making this like the thumbnail of my PB run if I do upload this run to YouTube. But I feel like the YouTube algorithm bot or whatever will flag an image of a mannequin.
As he wandered through this fantasy world,
They'll flag the image of a mannequin as nudity.
destinations. Down one path lay an
Well,
enormous round
technically the
room.
mannequin is naked, but it's a mannequin, not
Down
a
another was a yellow
human
line which
being.
led in many directions.
But yeah.
Down another was a game with a baby, and he called it the Stanley Parable.
the Stanley Parable.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again.
And again, and again, over and over.
Wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is
Wife! Wife disappeared. I cannot believe it. She's in the kitchen. Wife, where did you go? Where did the kitchen go? I heard she left. Cause is that why she left?
Which life is the real one? And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this
God damn it,
world,
wife.
he can never be anything
Wife.
but an observer. that as long as
She was in the kitchen, not
he would
anymore.
kill himself. But he won't listen to me.
She left me because our house didn't have a functioning kitchen.
Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to
God damn it, wife.
do not do it.
Okay, I'll do it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
Stanley.
So different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Aww.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again.
Mm-hmm.
And Stanley pushed a button.
Everyone would love a functioning kitchen, to be fair. Everyone loves it. A clean functioning kitchen is like, S tier right there. There's 610 saved there, crazy. I don't know why my best possible time says sub 3 hours. I don't know where that came from.
Assertive, yet compassionate. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his.
I feel like there's an error in one of the splits, honestly.
Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it
But I didn't notice anything wrong with the best splits thing. I don't know. What a sick dream world would this be? One can dream. One can dream about this fantasy world where a kitchen can be both functioning and clean as hell.
The cargo. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question.
Okay, so this one, I crashed.
It should have alarmed him.
Let's hope that the game doesn't crash.
But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious.
We can. Let's hope the game does not crash, because I don't want to do another 3-minute time loss.
Unthinkingly did whatever the
Let's go on.
In here.
In here.
Go into this dark room over here.
Here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the.
There you go.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend.
Hi, bucket.
Very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Okay, now here where the game crashed. Ready? 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 Ready?
It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him,
It didn't crash. Not yet, at least.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object. I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
No, he should be in the corner of the room.
Can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket.
It's just a bucket.
All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
A weapon, a piece of fashion.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once
I mean, this is.
it was me he took orders from.
I mean, it works. This little kitchen area, it works. Not a lot of counter space. That's not good. I would have wanted more counter space.
It's sad.
Monitor? A computer?
From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket. This sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it. Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like.
I love this show. My favorite TV channel. It is on Netflix.
Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another. Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room.
It's a bucket.
It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Oh, ooh la la.
I'm having feelings for the bucket.
Oh.
No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps, if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it, or I'll...
I don't know where this comes out, but yeah, whatever. So there should be a nice, cheeky, massive PB. Now it's choice where you unplug the thing, the thingamajiggy.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors...
Yeah, I don't know where it gets 256, because that's 7 minutes from now.
Perfectly well.
I don't know where it gets it.
Stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So not a lot of unique rooms. You got like 2 short hallways, I think, and like 2 long ones. And also I messed up one thing.
Incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
It's unfortunate.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy.
Really, I'm not.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Yeah.
Someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
That shouldn't be right.
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make
been discorded. God damn it. Apologies if you heard that.
For me, this is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. Oh, no, you can't.
You can't.
Did you just unplug the phone? Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not...
Oh, apology to pinging again. I'm just changing the settings.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
In the real world.
This helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30?
My goodness.
To be having a back, sack, and crack."
A back, sack, and crack.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
Yeah, 8.
Do you make more than 8?
8.
Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember, that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are
I feel like I must have
insignificant, and the feeling should
put
subside.
like a goal
At
split
this
by
time,
accident or
your
something.
instructor
That's
will
why it
guide you
showed
in an
me
exercise to
that
test and
it shouldn't be
reinforce the
that
material
low.
covered in this video.
It's 26 minutes ahead of what it could, whatever.
You
It's
may have
fine.
noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Is this section really this long?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
You can jump over that. I don't know why, yeah.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late. Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage?
It's okay.
It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to
Using
do?
slides to say your employee that everything's okay. Not follow the narrator. Hello, JDM, how are you?
I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever.
These actually have collisions. Nice.
I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know.
Oh.
What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Good luck for your exam, man. Good luck for your exams. You're close to what would be, at this current rate,
I'm here.
world record.
I'm still here.
But no, let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet.
Who thought he was
It's not done yet. Ignore the best possible time. There's an error in my goal splits. I don't know why it's telling me this time. How can it say best possible time? Oh, I might know why.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like
Maybe by putting the last split, the epilogue split, I may have pressed a minus at the beginning of that.
There's a damn good reason for it.
That could be why.
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you.
I'll fix that
Child.
afterwards.
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
That was the other office, I believe.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nice.
Stepping inside his manager's office,
What
once again stunned to discover
What's the
that
track for
location
this
already
week
his
for iRacing
Shocked
or for
and
touring
baffled,
cars for
Stanley
Bruffy?
wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he
I
saw
wonder if I
the door
know
with
the
voice
track.
receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his
I might,
questions.
wait,
And
okay, doesn't
in
matter.
all
He won't do iRacing until
code, he had seen it on his boss's
he won't do iRacing until
presentation
Saturday, I
last
think.
week. Night Shark
Knock Hill.
115.
That sounds familiar, but I
Was the
don't
code to
remember what it
the
looks
door?
like.
Would it still work?
Okay,
There was no
Google.
way
What is Knock Hill racetrack?
Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage
Knock
to
Hill
face the
track.
unknown.
There you go.
He drew
What does this look like?
and then spoke the code.
Okay, I kind of recognize this. Oh, I recognize this. I think
Stanley spoke
Okay.
the code.
it looks like a simple track. Hopefully, Bruffy doesn't mess it up.
He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 411. Did it say? I wasn't paying attention right there. I'm sorry.
I'm
Computer.
sorry, is there a problem?
Yes.
You didn't mishear me, did you?
No.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Beep boop boop beep boop boop.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one
I feel like
single thing
the route I
for
took for
respect.
this
The kind
is
of
the longer
respect
version.
Stanley shows for
I don't
his
know.
choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make
Fake ending. Fake ending. Yay. Fake ending.
Can you hear me?
The hair. Yeah, it looks hard. It looks. It looks super familiar to. Pretty sure when I tried playing Project Cars like years ago, pretty sure that was one of the tracks that the career mode had that I just played around with in the Formula 3s or whatever it's called. The Formula Rookie 3s or whatever the car was called back then. Formula Rookie, that's what it's called, the Formula Rookie cars. I recognize the track. It is, the last corner is tricky. I tried to Knock Hill too. Ah! Nice, didn't... We learned something new. I can't remember what episode that would have been, but nice. Pretty cool. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Thank you. That's a big time save.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
England
Stanley
won
decided to go to
in
the
season
meeting
4.
Stanley's
Oh, you mean the lockdown one? Ah, long hallways, rip. Yeah, I haven't watched Lockdown. I want to watch that actually.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him
The
that
bouquet.
employee lounge was simply the
So now this is the last official,
that the bucket turned out to be correct.
the last official,
The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door.
my brain's slowing down. The last official ending of the game before we'll do all the epilogue stuff.
Don't go to the meeting room.
It says 9 minutes there because I spent the first
Said the bucket.
bit of the run trying to get a certain ending. So I lost maybe 4 seconds, 5 seconds there,
Stanley
I
did not
guess.
question why or how this bucket was speaking to
I don't know how much I gain on choice, that's crazy.
Because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
In here.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the...
Whoa!
Whoa,
Hold
ho,
on.
ho,
Why did you
ho.
unplug the phone?
Why did you
Were you trying to
unplug the
resist the bucket's
phone?
orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things.
Right now we're on
Buckets
pace
thought
for
it
a
was joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley.
3:18,
A talking bucket.
10? Or 3:18, 13?
Can't you see?
No, 3:18. Just 3:18 in general.
Have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke?
3:18,
Should I have
13,
paused for longer?
which
Or
is a
maybe
minute
better?
40 faster than world record.
Really, timing is so difficult.
It could have
I wish I
been
was better at it, but there isn't
2-3 minutes
exactly an
faster.
instructional video
But
on comedy that one can watch to
I'm
fully
I'm
open.
dumb.
Yes, there is.
I messed up.
It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing?
How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is
Yes.
let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing.
Gotcha.
To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at
I
which
was thinking
the
of doing
recipient of the
LMP1
joke will laugh,
and
then
nerds
spell
combined.
out your name
Ooh,
a
nice.
second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds
18
and no
seconds.
less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny. What the funny?
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter,
Yay.
and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp.
Ooh, GT3 and Brands hatched. I recognize that name.
The war to fight the 12-legged invader who threatened
Oh.
our very existence, and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper
fundamentals
comedic
of
timing are
proper-
still as relevant today as they were
proper
back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Let's head back with the bucket.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke. The bucket spoke.
Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Okay, let's see. Let's continue with more improvement. Hello, Phil. How are you?
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket
Still alive, same. I'm like slowly dozing off this run. It's crazy.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone.
Oh my god,
Did
how are
even
you?
look at the
I'm
instructions?
tired,
I think
but this
is
run is
all
good, so it's all worth
Hey,
it.
There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other
Stanley, it's
people.
only
I'm going to be
your
shamed
fault.
at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you
Oh my god.
bringing me down, Stanley?
So yeah,
Proud-
ignore the best possible time split. That's I messed up some
When
stuff.
Stanley and the bucket
I
came
did,
to
and
a
I
set
just
of
realized
doors,
what I messed up.
entered the door on the left.
Yeah, I think I know what I messed up. That shouldn't be negative.
We're back at the phone already. No, what's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit, which
Any new strats? Just money to miss.
phone.
Both, honestly. A lot of improvements, like, and I made one mistake quite early in the run, and I lost 50 seconds because I I had to do things out of sequence, and it kind of messed me up. I did in the beginning of the run. There's a massive time skip that Damn, my brain is so slow today. I've forgotten who's mentioned it. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, there's someone here that's also like running stuff. And yeah, apparently there's a new route in the exhibition hall. So yeah, it's a mix of both new strats, like new routings, and yeah. Focus on the run. I'm close. We're almost done. We're almost done.
How unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not?
This needs to be done, and then we're going to do the epilogue thing, which I believe has the issue where the split's wrong. Or the goal split, the best split's wrong.
Mental. I think I saw him playing guitar. No. Getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos.
Come on.
That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again.
The king of comedy.
Videos. Let's see.
Go. And now I'm gonna do the last two things. Here we go. Let's go. No, this is an incorrect PB, so I gotta delete this. And you got best split. It's not right. Oh, there we go. We get game for taking a while to open. Froze. No, this is intentional, this part. I don't know if you saw it, but this is intentional because we have to talk to this this text in the beginning. So I had to close the game and restart it. This part's intentional. Click. There we go. I'll forward it just so that it goes through quicker. We wait for the timer to stop doing that. Pop up my screen again. There you go. There isn't really a strat at this point, so... There we go. Unable to sync. I don't care. I want to get this run done. Shut up, Steam. Stop it. There's the sliders one. After this, gonna do one more restart, and then we can do the final segment of the run. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Yes. 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 And last attempt. So yeah, I'll lose. This will be 30 seconds slower than the goal that says there, but the goal's wrong. It shouldn't be written. It can be that. It's an inaccurate gold, so don't worry if that color turns yellow, like now. What time is it? Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. There we go. So like 40 seconds is how long it took for me to get to like lose one of those. The second screen takes 40 seconds to complete. Hence the time lost, but I didn't do it in my PB. I didn't do it in this part. I did it much earlier because my game crashed. I did it in Love Bond. That actually explains why I did it. That also explains why I had such a massive time save in Love Bond. Because 40 seconds of it was that intro chat. Yeah. This is gonna be probably an 3:18. Maybe like a world record. That's 3:19. Almost there. Almost there. There you go, 3:18:42. I don't know why it tells me the correct time now. I don't know what changed. Something happened in the... Yeah, whatever. So close. We'll see what happens, yeah. The thing is, the gap could have been 2 minutes. Like, the gap could have been right now almost 10 minutes. But I had to mess up one section. It could have been 10 minutes, but it's okay. It's okay, I'm still pretty happy with it so far. It could be more because I messed up one of the strats. There you go. It could be more because I messed up one of the things, and earlier that new routing, there's actually more to that strategy as well. So it's just like, there's still time to be gained, but if we manage it, I'm gonna take a break from this category because it is tiring to do it. Also, fun detail. There's the to the right. If you sacrifice your bucket, that's where the escape pod lands here. So we are technically above, or at least around the same area as the offices. Fun detail. That's pretty simple. I mean, yeah, people can find more ways to skip stuff, or maybe the rules update and say, okay, you can restart after this voice line or whatever. But normally, like the rules right now is you restart when you end that ending when it auto resets you. But yeah, for some of them you can like reset it early because it counts anyway. You don't have to wait for it to kick you out. So yeah, we'll see what people come up with over time. But yeah, I definitely do think mid 310s is possible if we just get everything correct. Messy. It's fine. Come on. Let's go! That is world record. Oh my god. That is world record. Okay. Let's have a quick review of the run. So here was pretty optimized. Here's the new strat. Yeah, so technically now it's a new game. It's Final Figurine 3. And every time you restart the game, you get a new... It becomes a new number, new subtitle, and a new background. And some of the backgrounds are pretty fun. So, Infinite Holes where a massive new skip was found, like a new routing skip, which it's insane. It saves so much time. I didn't do it properly, but that can save even more time. Yeah, just optimize, cleaner route. This one I forgot why I messed up. I think I had a shorter hallway when I started. This one again just clean. I tried a new strategy here, it works. Again, this is a new strat here. This was just solid, also solid. This one was only gold because I realized I forgot to input 423. So I messed up the split, which then I realized here. And then I fixed it here and here. So I got this one mistake kind of had a domino effect on everything. So I was back to 3 minutes 35. Here was pretty solid, again, just improving routing, doing the skips and stuff. Just cleaner. Nothing really special here. I think some of these I had the longer hallways and I got shorter ones this time. So all more optimized. This one again, I did the you can quit out earlier because it's toward the powerful ending and the jumping down ending. I doubt it. Yeah, again, what happened to games? I think just cleaner. I knew I was going again cleaner. I knew I was going. Love Bond game didn't crash, so I saved 2 minutes 40 there. Choice again, just cleaner routing, know what to do. Atomic Comedy, which is also solid. I think I gained those 6 seconds because I didn't have to constantly reload the start to get to the correct rooms. And yeah, I lost time here because that's the fake gold. And there you go. Oh my god! It's finally done. That is the world record.